Okay, already picked up. Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Kulit. My co-conspirator here is Chan Wai. Show your face a bit. Okay, so it's going to be two-person show. What is happening today? The reason all of you are here is to maybe learn a little bit about the basics of drawing. We are not going to teach you how to draw very complicated things. We're going down to the basics of communication. We're going to treat your art today as a language. Yeah. We thought of this simply because while I run what do you call it? I run art class. Many of the people who come into my art class, before they even start, the first thing they do is, I cannot paint to save my life. I can't draw at all. Yeah. So, and a lot of them are so terrified of drawing that they become incapacitated. They simply can't learn. They simply can't pick it up. So that's why you are here today. What we are going to do is to actually maybe remove some of those fears that you have if you really cannot draw, but that's okay. Uh, what we are going to tell you here today, and we're going to show it to you, yeah. Drawing is not a very difficult thing, yeah, because I am sure when you are very young, okay, most of you can draw something. It may not be the best drawing in the whole world. It may not be the Mona Lisa kind of drawing. As long as you can draw something, the reason I say you can all draw something is because, uh, for you to learn English, the first thing you have to learn, yeah, is how to write ABC. The very act of writing ABC itself is already drawing because you are actually uh, drawing a shape, you're drawing a symbol. That means you can draw. The only thing is how to make use of what you draw to communicate. Yeah. So when you take it back a little bit further, you realize that the background that I use for this presentation. Now let me just show you again, since we are not fully up and running yet. Okay, the background that you see here is actually a caveman drawing. So that brings me to the point that actually the earliest form of communication, the earliest language, for men, yeah, is actually a drawing. They used to draw on the walls, because well, they probably gone out to hunt bees, hunt food. So with the lack of anything else, they want to preserve or to record what they've done for the day. They draw. So you see that their drawings are very simple. So it boils down to something that's very simplistic, and sometimes it can be some of them actually do stick figures. Now, which brings me to the fact that in the early days when I was younger, uh, one of the things that put off a lot of would-be artists is when we are young, we draw stick figures, yeah, like this one that I have here. This I spot like this, yeah. Let me just examine the problem. When we are young, yeah, like 4-year-old, 5-year-old, you do things like this. You do things like this, yeah. Your parents are gonna say, "Oh, wow, that's very nice." But the moment you hit maybe 8 to 10 or maybe teenage years, if you're still doing this, a lot of parents are going to look at this and say, "This one is like small kid drawing, lah," you know, and they start to laugh at you because your capability of drawing is, number one, is very childlike. Number two, it does not look like a photograph because many parents during my days anyway, uh, their standard of good drawing means you got to look like a photograph, otherwise you're not a good artist. So if you fail to produce something that looks like a photograph, then you're somehow failed as an artist. That's why a lot of people look at that. I think I better do something else, and as such, they stop learning, they stop practicing, and a lot of them just give up. And like everything that you give up along the way, you don't learn, so the thing goes off. Yeah. Okay. I just want to share with you a couple of things. Yeah. This is just a very simple sketch of. If you look at this, uh, you can roughly tell what's happening here. Two stick figure. This is only a stick figure. This is a very simple drawing. Okay. But you can tell roughly what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. I'm going to take it one step further before I proceed with the actual doodle. When you write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, yeah, you will realize that everybody writes their A's, their B's very differently, you know, and nobody complains simply because they understand that everybody has got a unique way of writing. Okay, which is why sometimes it's a little bit confusing or puzzling why when you draw something, they expect you to do it only one way. And if you don't follow that way, you're out. Okay. So the objective of today's workshop is just to teach you that if you can draw a square or circle, and you can use it to communicate almost like a language. Yeah? Let me just show you. All right, for a start, let me just take you through some very simple exercise to show you, to demonstrate to you that you can draw. All right, mine is a little bit more simplistic, and after that, when I pass it over to Chan Wai is going to make it a little bit more systematic. Yeah, I'm not a very systematic person, but okay. Okay, let me
true artist,
I am terrible at that sort of thing, but I'm going to pass to Chan Wai afterwards, yeah. But let me have some fun with this first, yeah.
Sure.
So, all of you, yeah, I believe every one of you here today in this little group. Let me see how many of you are here right now before I do anything. Non-video participant is about 21, and we have video participant probably
how many
about 4.
cannot draw?
I don't want to ask a question because I can't tell. Yeah. Okay. So we have about 25, 26 people. That's good enough. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just get back to this. You see now I keep forgetting where is the. I don't know how to spotlight this one. Hang on. Spotlight. How come I cannot spotlight?
I have no idea how to do it.
You see, I have to pin this video then.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, you can't spotlight, you can pin. All right, all of you, you have a piece of paper with you, okay? You have a pen, right? Let's do some simple exercise that just to prove that all of you can draw. All right. Number one, the simplest thing that all of us learn, and through the years, some of you maybe, hopefully, haven't forgotten. I think all of you can do things like this. Can all of you do a heart? Okay. Simple shapes for the time being, yeah. Can you do a pair of wings? I mean, these are just not a very nice wing, but when you are doing it, yeah, you know what you're drawing. Okay. All right. And I think all of you can do. You have heart, you have wings. Maybe let's do a little bit more adventurous. Yeah, let's do a face. Okay, a face is basically eye, nose, mouth. All right, everybody can or not? Are we still there? Okay, I hope I haven't locked out anybody. Yeah? Hang on, because sometimes they complain that I locked them out.
Seriously,
but it's not locked out at all. Okay. So for those of you coming late, just be don't worry. I have this recorded, so tomorrow you can see what what transpired a little bit earlier on, so that it gives you some context to what we are trying to do. Okay, so I think drawing a face, that's easy enough. Okay, now drawing a face is one of those things that you also realize. A face is not just a face, because you have here a round face. You also have a some face are like triangular shape, and some people wear glasses. Some people has got pointy nose. Can we try that? This one should be easy enough that you don't get too intimidated, because I mean intimidate is when I show you very complicated drawings, yeah. But at this moment, this is what we're gonna do. And of course, when you draw faces, we have to do eye. Okay, you want to be a little bit more detailed. You know, sometimes art is like that. When I add in things, I can add in things like, okay, I can add eyebrow. Okay, I mean, that's art lah. This is a face. So whether there's hair or no hair, it's still a face. But if you like, you can actually add hair. See? So now your face is actually taking shape. All right. So far, what I'm doing is to show you that it's not so difficult to draw lah. You know, it's not something that is scary unless you want to attempt the Mona Lisa in one sitting, which we are not. So you got this guy already here. So faces can be very interesting. I'll just make it a little bit more complicated as we go along. You have people with ears. Okay, so you got a face, you have ears, and of course you can add things like mustache. So you can see from this little simple shape here, we are progressing to something a little bit more intricate. Okay, and so far I would say was it still you're still okay, right? You're not scared of it yet.
You see some reactions.
Yeah, no, it's not so intimidating. Okay, so you can do heart, you can do wings, you can do a smiley face. Now this face is a little bit slightly more complex, a little bit more detailed. We're going to try going a little bit more detailed as we go before we go into stick figures. All right. Now you have this guy here. Can we also do side view? I mean, the nose can be big, it can be small. It's really up to you. This is your glasses. I mean, usually when it comes to faces, most people will find it very, very complicated. So in the course of a day, for instance, sometimes I'm going to take you away from the head. Okay, let's do a little bit more, explore a little bit, yeah, about you have later we can explore facial expressions, but before we do that, yeah, I want to take you guys on a little journey in stick figure language. You can draw a head, body, hand. We're going to keep it very simple at the moment. I think most people can do this, right? Easy enough. Okay, from very simple, I'm gonna take you a little bit progressively more difficult. Do a stick figure. Number one. Number two, stick figure, but you can do things like, okay, he's either jumping or hopping or seated at the moment. You don't know. Okay. Number one. Number two, you can do So your figure from stick figure, you have gone to this one could be sitting down, then this one is running. Okay. Oh, this is almost like animation, yeah. And we're still only dealing with stick figure here. Okay. So what you have actually participated in so far is you have actually learned to communicate something here. Yeah, from left to right, we have actually have drawn something. A man or woman at this moment, it doesn't matter. A person standing, a person sitting, a person jumping, a person maybe this one is falling, landing. You know, so communication can be that simple. All right, it's not so complex. So these are all the simplified things. And I'm going to take you a little bit further. Yeah, this is a person. Okay. Uh, it brings to mind like if we were talking just now about writing ABC. Yeah. I'm going to do something else. Yeah. This is a person. Okay. So you treat this as a visual language. Okay. I'm going to take you to. This is a little bit more. Now, if you're a caveman and you want to show that you saw maybe you saw an animal that day, but you're quite a bad artist. This is probably what you do. Okay. So having done that, you can actually do things like this. Uh, maybe this is a horse. I think quite easy for you to do. Okay. This is a horse. Let me take it a little bit further. Yeah. The reason why we are keeping this simple is so that you can try things like this. So there's a tail. Never mind, you overlap. Never mind. So you've actually drawn a horse that's running. Yeah. So these are very simplistic drawings. So sometimes in the areas of visual communication, what happened is your for instance when you have somebody writing a note, some people have what they call very bad handwriting. Okay, I'm sure you have heard of a doctor's handwriting. The doctor's handwriting sometimes is very difficult to read. Yeah, but still, if you look long enough, it is written so that it communicates something. So, but the point I'm actually making is, when you look at a doctor's handwriting, you don't laugh, you know, because he's trying to tell you something, and he doesn't feel embarrassed about it. Yeah. So in drawing is actually the same thing, because in in the course of a lot of meetings, boardroom meetings, even in school itself, yeah. Sometimes I remember when I was young, and I'm in school in class listening to the teacher. When the teacher is talking, I will be doing things like this, yeah. Teacher is talking, I'll be drawing things like this. Of course, I think those years I still draw better than this, but never mind. Just this is just to simplify. Okay, teacher is teaching me something. So this is my record. I think a lot of people can do this. The reason for that, I think later on I'm going to let Chan Wai explain. Yeah, people who take notes. This is something like taking notes in class, in the course of meetings. Yeah, but the idea is to be able to do things like this, but without being afraid of being laughed at. You know, I will give you another example of communication that has gone from something like this. How many of you know Mandarin? Oh, I saw one hand, two hands, okay, three hands. So if you know Mandarin, you will know like that. You know the horse, yeah. The horse that I'm drawing here is actually the precursor of. I don't write Mandarin, but let me try and see whether I'm correct or not. Hey, how to write horse? This one looks like number 5. Something like that.
I'm a banana, so I don't know.
I don't know. So, so in the course of drawing last time in the early days, I think it's wrong, but roughly like this, the word horse is actually a stylized version of something like this. So you can see the relationship between drawing and writing. So the point that I'm trying to get across to you is when you take up language, okay, you take up language because you are learning how to use symbols to communicate, and you do not do it so that people can admire your writing. Of course, if you write a book, then it's a different kind of writing, you know. But what I'm basically saying here, the writing styles, the way your lettering looks, is a very personal thing. Sometimes it really, some people say your writing is so horrible, but that's your writing, you know. And the point of actually taking up art, sometimes I feel many people got put off by from art mainly because the moment they take up art, the expectation among anybody who looks at your drawing is they'll judge you based on, if your drawing is not good enough to put in an art gallery, that means you really suck as an artist. Yeah. But in reality, if you look around you, yeah. Today, for instance, all of you would have in the course of maybe, I think most of you are very young. I don't know whether you know Dato' Lat or not. Yeah. Dato' Lat's cartoon is like, I also cannot remember how he draws already. Yeah. Dato' Lat is a cartoonist, very, very famous cartoonist. Okay. Now, he draws things like this, Kampung Boy and things like, but and his style is very, very cartoony. It doesn't look like photograph, and but when you look at this drawing, what does it communicate? It communicates life in the kampong. It communicates a lot of humor. It communicates fun. It communicates many things that you probably need 1,000 words to communicate. So that's exactly my point. You see, your drawing does not have to look like Mona Lisa. Your drawing does not have to look like uh, a photograph. You know, I keep repeating that simply because when I was young, they always say, "Oh, your photograph, your drawing doesn't look like photograph, so it cannot, it can't be good." Okay, so here we are. We have stick figures, we have horses, we have what else have we got here? We got, this is not even like, but like I said, it's a very, very personal thing, and the idea is to remove that inhibition and that embarrassment about your drawing, so that you can go on to do something, because like it or not, end of the day, your drawing will be done in your style, and it's a very personal thing. Even if nobody understands your drawing, it is still yours, and you can very proudly show, oh, this is what my drawing looks like. You know, it may not make sense to you, but it makes a lot of sense to me, because a lot of people will doodle for very personal reasons, and part of the reason is sometimes to help them to remember things, and help them to visualize things, and help them to come up with ideas. And sometimes I'll give you another example of how ideas come about. Yeah. Let me just show you an example. I can be here talking to you, and I can be dreaming about, I don't know what I'm doing. This is what they call doodling. You know, So we are doing doodles. All right. And sometimes, believe it or not, it is things like this that you can add on to it. Yeah, you see now we have
Nowadays
a
must
joint
wear- must wear
communication.
mask.
Now must wear mask. Yeah? Okay, so you have you have things like this. So I mean, those are very simple things. Then I can add in like okay, these two are running for whatever reason. She's got a mask. We can do add things like maybe. Okay, I must simplify this, otherwise it's too complicated. Okay. Okay, Chandwa, you want to add something?
He's running as well.
Okay. So between two of us, actually it's not rehearsed at all. Yeah, I tell you, we can do something and let's see what happens. So you notice all these are only stick figures. I tell you, this is gonna be fun. So the two of us are just sitting here playing the fool, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are drawing, yeah.
But actually, we're not playing the
yeah,
fool.
yeah, we're just having fun, yeah.
We're communicating an idea, right?
Yeah, an idea, and the idea can change as you go along, you know. And this guy may he runs, then maybe he climbs a tree, I don't know. So sometimes ideas will come up from
Anyway.
from anywhere. I mean, you can do this with your kids. You can do this with anybody. You can do this alone. You know, so it can be a joint effort. It can be very spontaneous. You know, so like I say, what you're seeing so far are things that we didn't even plan it. So we just got together. We just sit there and talk, and doodle, and you come up with something like this. And the idea is sometimes either to have fun, just communicating or generating of idea, because sometimes in the course of like we have a lot of what they call brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
When you're actually working, sometimes it's things like this that generate ideas.
Yeah.
So this is actually a very surprising thing right now.
It's building on
I'm
communication. I think if you are
okay, I bring in my friend, my friend art director Chan Wai here.
I'm no more art director.
Yeah, no more art director. So I mean, we have both been in the visual business. We've drawn very complicated things, but today we are here just as two participants in the language class.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can write 1,000-word essay about this.
Correct, and it's so boring.
You know? And it's not boring. And okay, we got coconut. Okay, maybe you can put a kampung house here. And of course, your kampung house, I better not make it too complicated. Okay, I'm gonna do a house like this.
Yeah. So actually, sometimes this is not just for fun, as Stan said. Yeah, it can be for fun.
Yeah.
But
let me see if they can see you in the first place.
It's okay.
Okay, you can see. Okay.
If all of you are working, right, and you want to explain something to your boss, right, you can use visuals, right? You can use simple drawings. You don't have to be, a Picasso or Da Vinci to explain some idea, right? So if I was like the deputy health minister, I have to explain to the prime minister, right? Okay, what happens in the virus? It scares, people run away because even though they wear the mask, there's a chance that they get infected, right? So we need to move to higher ground and employ certain things to keep them away,
or stay at home, or stay at home.
Correct, and, or protect our kampung, which is the rural area. So you can form a conversation, right? Or you can reduce your strategy, your planning to pictures, right? And the value of that is when the people leave the meeting, they still remember, oh yeah, the virus was chasing people, right? You don't even have to go back to your text or your 20-page, 50-page PowerPoint, right? So visuals are very important. Yeah, they can be used for fun, but on the other hand, they can be your language, as Stan has said. And if you have a visual language to communicate your idea, and the idea sticks to the head, right? If I take this away, and I ask you, okay, what was happening on the tree? I'm sure you all will remember, right? Or what was the first thing that was chasing the kids, right? You will remember.
Yeah.
Because it's engraved in your brain, right? Visuals are engraved in your brain.
So, like I say, visuals do not have necessarily have to be very detailed, very complex. So when you look at it, it communicates things a lot simpler. And I've always maintained that pictures cut across all languages. Yeah, you show this to a Russian, he look at it, he understands.
Yeah.
You show this to a Chinaman, he looks at it, he understands.
Of course, you can use
Yep.
text,
Localize,
you know,
maybe some localized images. Yeah, but like I said, uh, when you speak English to a Frenchman, he'll look at you and cannot figure out what you want to say. You know, so here what we are doing is actually using just drawing to
You
communicate.
can incorporate text,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're explaining your company,
Okay.
your vision for the company, okay,
Okay.
these are our pain points, our problems, right? And here's my solutions, a solution that you can consider, right? And very simply, you know, right? Instead of having a PowerPoint 30 pages explaining what's wrong with the company, showing your chart, and then your, and then blah blah blah. You have explained the entire 20-page PowerPoint in an illustration, which is perfectly fine, right? What do we need to do? Okay, solution. We need to buy disinfectant. We need to put on face mask. Blah 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 blah. Right? Our problem is, the company is too slow. People are not learning. Blah 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 blah. Right? And that's the power of visual communication.
Okay. Before you go into the 4 quadrant.
Okay.
Okay. Let's have a bit more fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. See. Of course, they can sketch this. Yeah. For the young people. Yeah. What we also trying to do right now is to encourage you do not have to do what we are doing right now, but what you can do is, as I said, in the course of your listening to us, your brain may be drifting, and but you see, while you're listening, your hands can be moving, and you can be doing anything. You can be thinking of Nemo. So that's why I say in visual language, you can just doodle. I mean, it doesn't have to be picture perfect. This is not even Nemo. This is a goldfish. So like I say, sometimes what you have in your brain may not be what you actually put down. So sometimes you can be absent-minded. Nemo. What does Nemo look like? I can't remember, but I think it's something like this.
He's got like stripes on his body. Like
but I mean, you're not
like a pomfret, right?
You're not here to be perfect. So it is okay to not be perfect as long as the gist of what
communicate what you're trying to say. Yeah.
And I can also turn this to shark. Shark, I think is like, I don't know how it looks like, but
the fin. Yeah, the fin is most important. Okay. Recognizable as a shark.
Okay, shark.
And the tree,
the shark, the eyes,
the gills.
Okay,
the 3 lines as gills.
Yeah, see, there's a dorsal fin.
Yep.
Okay. So you see, when you're in a visual language like this, you can add, you can subtract, and as I said, it may not be just fish. You can be doing your favorite animal, cat. So we're gonna keep it. No, these are for the kids, but I don't know what the kids draw nowadays, though. What do kids draw nowadays?
I think that's a standard. Yeah. Whatever they like to draw, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
I have one young kid who likes to draw figure, but her figures are always side view.
Ah, interesting.
So I mean, every one of you has something different to show.
Yeah.
So the lesson here is for those who are parents here. When you look at your kids draw, never equate them with the adult expectation, because kids have got visual ideas that the adults can only dream of, and sometimes sometimes you may not even understand.
Yeah.
And but it's good to encourage them because, like I say, it's a language. Uh, you can learn, you can pick up, and you can use it.
Yeah. I think it speaks a lot about the mindset of the kid as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
look at the drawings that are very dark, you know
Yeah.
that okay, he's having some problems. Right? Is it a school problem? You know, you have to,
Bullying
because
problem.
visuals communicate what we feel, right? If I'm
Exactly.
happy, I draw something
Mm.
happy, right? If I'm sad, I'm depressed, I do something like, because it's the easiest to represent your emotions, I think.
Well, these are all doodles. Yeah. So that's why sometimes when you're drawing things like this, it's very quick, very fast, and you can literally be drawing anything under the sun. You know, maybe you
Can I
draw-
share something?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what Stan says, right? The visual language, right, is worldwide. It's global. Let me share something with you. I was in China, right, in Guangzhou, and it was a company trip, and we went to our rooms, and I was checking the shower, and it didn't work, right? And so I went down to because there were no phones, right? I don't know why, it's a cheap hotel anyway. So I went down to the reception and I tried to explain, because I'm a banana, right? Talking to a Chinese. So I tried to say, I tried to imitate and she couldn't understand. So I took out a pen, right?
No.
I took out a pen and then I drew on a notebook. I asked for paper, I just put like that, very simple. And then that's it. And she understood, then she went.
Can you see what this is?
Yeah.
Is that very clear?
I hope so.
The message is quite clear. No water.
No water, right? And I don't know how to say that in Chinese, okay? I'm so bad,
Okay. So
yeah.
continue,
And they send someone over to take a look, very simple. So you can use images to represent something complex, something you want to say that is, right? Instead of telling your boyfriend and girlfriend that you love them, you just put their name, right? You see it on the trees, right? Who loves who, right? It's visual, right? To communicate a very simple idea.
I think simple idea, simple communication. I think all of you right now are also engaging in that, but you don't draw it. You see, so you realize that today when you communicate on WhatsApp, you don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
You use emoticon.
Correct.
Okay. So can you imagine if you actually do your own emoticon and communicate your own specific emotions? I don't know. I mean, look, I got heartbreak. I don't know how you do heartbreak.
Yeah.
This is heartbreak. Another way of doing heartbreak could be, okay, I got cluster.
Yep.
I mean, you can be doing things like that for your own personal communication. These are all within the realms of personal. Maybe you talk to your friend, talk to your girlfriend, your parents. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand it over to Chan Wai in about 2 minutes or so. Before I hand to him, we're gonna have some fun doodling first. He's gonna show you how you can actually use. I mean, some of those of you who are working, you can use doodles and drawings as a language for you to generate ideas, to communicate with your corporate clients, to all your maybe even your boss.
Yeah.
But for now, let's finish this bit.
Okay.
Yeah, doodle something.
Do something.
Okay. Anything. So for the kids among all of us, there should be more kids. Everybody should be kid-like when it comes to things like this, because a drawing is a very kiddie thing and it's actually very fun.
Wow. Okay. This is another standard.
I have this bad habit of actually going back to illustration days.
Yeah, I know, right?
So sometimes, somebody wrote the horse there for me. Chris Ng.
Right.
Just now I was asking about horse. Yeah. Hey, actually, you can write horse on this. How can
I have no idea.
Very weird, huh? Yeah. Okay, so the two of us are just sitting here doodling. Let's see what comes out of it. So I think in the course of a little short meeting, sometime we can come up with weird ideas. So you notice that none of these are picture perfect. None of these look like a photograph.
It's okay.
But it's okay, you know. They all even if you're drawing, like they say, my drawing sucks, but okay, at least I get the message across. There you got focus. You got. So as we proceed, as we move along, I think we're gonna get a little bit more serious.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's still more fun, yeah.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I don't know.
I personally like it. You know why? This conversation that I have with Chan Wai is not something that we rehearsed this morning. We
Yeah.
just made up the in fact, I was already online when he came in. No planning, no nothing, and we come up with something like this. So having said that, yeah, I gotta take you away from this light-hearted doodle.
Don't like that.
Not so serious, not so serious. But if you look at all this,
Yeah.
some people laugh at this and well, it's like a kiddie drawing. It doesn't look beautiful. It's not good enough for gallery. But
It's not meant for gallery,
yeah,
right?
exactly. It's not meant for gallery. It's meant to communicate. So that's why, in this sense, what we are looking at is a language. You know, so we are learning visual language here.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Chan Wai, let me explain to you. What he does, he actually trains people in companies how to communicate in pictures.
Yeah.
So the language is gonna be visual, but he complements that with words, you know. And of course, today he came in with some high-tech tools that are too high-tech. Yeah,
High tech.
he's got an iPad that cannot connect to my, what do you call this thing?
A PC.
PC.
Yeah.
So they're still not on good talking terms. So he
Yeah,
started to show it here. Let's see what let Chan Wai show you what he has done using pictures and words. Okay, Chan Wai,
Hi
all
guys.
yours. I got a punting for a while. Let me go and get my stuff. You
Sure,
you can hear them from there.
Oh, okay. Are they? Oh, they able to talk to you?
You can hear.
Oh, okay.
You cannot hear.
Okay. Hi guys.
Okay, I got the lead Chan Wai for a minute.
Sure. Go. Thank you, Stan.
Okay,
So I am a graphic recorder, and what I do is I take notes using pictures and text. And in fact, I just finished this before coming here. It was a 1 o'clock webinar, and there were two speakers, and these are the content that they were talking. So I do live. So when they're talking, I'm taking notes, and I've done it on my iPad with iPad Pencil, right? And I used to do this with markers, right, with pen and all that. But of course, since the MCO, there were no more events. So I work on events and workshops and strategy meetings, and I take notes, right? And I do it live because when the meeting is done, I'm almost finished. Just as you see here, this was finished about an hour ago at the meeting, and I involves a lot of it's not really art. It involves a lot of
can see.
listening skills. So if you go to my Instagram, which is Inkagram, you will see all my work, right? Now, what I want to touch on is the value of everybody got this? Inkagram without the A, okay? All right, and there you go. Okay, right. What I'm trying to do is first let you know why some people say they cannot draw, right? I see a lot of ones. Those who can't draw are ones, right? Anybody else is a one that can't draw? Oh, plenty of people can't draw. Okay, fine, fantastic, right? But in seriousness, everybody can draw, right? But we see drawing in 4 quadrants, all right? So the first quadrant is labeled C, all right? And for C, it's mainly because we look at artists, right? Artists do paintings, right? And They do it because they want to, and they like to draw, they like to paint. I can't paint, all right, because I'm too lazy, right? And you know, yeah, they have a brush and they do all the painting. But the reason why people see and they say, oh, I can't draw, because you look at this fantastic painting and you can't see, right? So they are typically they are painters, urban sketchers like Stan. The inner motivation is to draw from themselves, right? I don't care what you think. I draw, I paint, and then you like it, you buy, right? Then you have galleries and exhibitions, right? And drawing is what they teach in art class, right? They teach about watercolor, acrylics, and all that. Okay, and this is all very what do you call it? External, right? Right? It's something that you show, and individual. So the second quadrant of people who draw is to use it for thinking. So they think with drawings. Okay. And there you are, he's doing his pen and he's putting his ideas on paper, right? And this is also individual. Oops. And this is internal, right? This is for your own internal use. Okay. Yeah, so idea. Are you following me so far? Okay. The third quadrant is for people to show. We draw to show something, right? Because it's hard to explain, and this involves the collective.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a drawing, and you want to show other people, right? Like to make them think, okay? And this is internal, yeah, because you want to show, right? The last quadrant is actually do, and this involves being also with the collective, yeah. This involves engaging your audience with drawing, right? And you have so these are very mostly like facilitators, right? They want to explain certain concepts, right? And they draw, and then they spark conversations with the drawing, right? So they draw like, okay, a plaster, right? And then they ask the crowd, what are your pain points, right? And people can share, right? Just by drawing a simple plaster, right? And these are the four quadrants, and this is external, right? On why people, most of the people say they can't draw, okay? But as Stan was explaining, drawing is more than just, wow, what a nice painting. Ayo, I cannot do, you know? Which is like what I always say, right? I can't do acrylics, right? But there's a whole new quadrant of visuals or drawings that you can use as what we did just now to explain ideas, right? To tell you what's on our mind, right? He was having a vision of a fish, then he drew Nemo, right? And it was a part where he showed you, right? That, oh, look, what is this? It's a cat. I want to show you a cat. I draw a cat, right? And then what I'm doing now is having a drawing, right? So that I can share with you the idea of a visual language, right? So what Stan has discussed just now when he started with the ABC is that you can learn a visual alphabet, right? You can build your visual alphabet from like just this few very simple drawings, right? You can draw a square, right? As Stan was showing this now. Everybody can draw a square, correct? There's nobody on this earth who can't draw a square, okay? And if you squash the square, it's a rectangle, right? When you pull the square, it's a long rectangle, right? Same. After that, the next one will be a circle, right? And if you squash a circle, it's an oval. Yep. And the next one is a triangle. So these are your visual alphabet, right? Another alphabet will be a squiggly line.
I got plenty of people.
Okay.
Oh, I tell you, we are actually squashing into one very narrow space here, but okay.
It's all right.
Of life and living and creativity.
Are you all still there? Okay, cool. Another visual alphabet is a straight line. Okay, let me demonstrate. Let's bring back the. It's okay. I can bring back what you drew. Okay, let's use this one. So can you see all your visual alphabet there? Yeah. So let's put it here. Right.
So today we're learning the ABC of drawing.
Yeah.
Visual alphabets. Right.
Yeah. So this is your squiggly line, right? Or your curve. You can draw curves. You can draw squiggly lines, right? In fact, a squiggly line can be a tree, right? You can draw a tree, draw a straight line, and you have a tree. Simple, right? To communicate. I want to plant more trees, huh? What? I show you. So you draw a lot, right? Ah, you want more plants. Okay, you know, if a person doesn't understand your language, right? You go to a nursery, right? Can you see? Squiggly lines. What is this? Circle, right? Again, another squiggly line, straight lines. All these are in the alphabet. Even his face, right? This is what? A squashed oval, right? These are what? Squashed oval. These are dots, right? Also ovals, right? Squiggly line, right? Squiggly line, and you color it. You have a face, right? Again, circles, straight lines, right? Curved lines, which is the squiggly line, right? Rectangle, which is the relative of the square, remember? This is another rectangle. So, and so on and so forth. Is that clear? Am I going too fast? All good? All right. Thank you, Joanne. So it's very important, I think, for students and kids to learn how to take notes using just this visual alphabet, right? Very simple. You don't have to be, like Stan says, a beautiful artist. That's not your purpose, but you can be a beautiful artist. You can learn anything if you practice, correct? Like I was telling Stan, I don't know how to play a piano, but some people have learned to play the piano on YouTube, right? They've learned to play a guitar on YouTube. You can learn anything. Okay, the missing part of what your desire to learn is the passion. You need passion to do anything in this world, right? So passion, right? So I don't want any one of you to say I can't draw. You can draw. Okay, all you need is, if you have the passion to draw and you practice, I can guarantee you. All right, if you say, oh, I don't know how to draw this one, right? Okay, you copy this. Every single day you do a version of this. In 2 weeks or even 10 days, you can do it without even looking, right? Because you have practiced. Okay, that's the essence of drawing.
Practice. Keyword is practice.
Yeah, it's also called something I call muscle memory. Yeah, you will develop muscle memory. So if I ask you, how do you draw, let's say, an idea, right? A lot of you will say, idea, light bulb. Yeah, but how do I know how to draw a light bulb? Muscle memory. All right. Oops. So I've attended a lot of events, and those that talk about global, the global situation, global finances, and for sure you will talk about this guy, right? Can anybody tell me who this is? And how do you know how I know how to draw this? Because it's muscle memory. I've drawn him 1,000 times, not 1,000, okay, a few times. You know, he's got this long red tie, right? This horrible looking face, right? And there you go. So trust me, if you draw something long enough, you will develop muscle memory. Okay? Just like, how do you draw a lightning? I can draw it with eyes closed, right? Because you know, you're very familiar. And of course, these are very basic. But if you go into more practice, you will develop more. So I urge you, if you want to start, you know, get a notebook and start your icon library. Yeah, and take down any icon you see. You know, look around you in the world around you, in the newspaper, on your computer, when you're looking at internet. Take down interesting icons and put it in your library. Yeah, you know, whenever you talk about solutions and playing a game, I draw a chessboard, right? Whenever they say, you know, our industry is moving too slowly, I draw a snail, right? So it's about connecting ideas into a simple drawing, right? You know, we need to focus on you know, this product, right? What do you draw on focus? You draw magnifying glass, right? Very simple to communicate very simple ideas, right?
You can see clearly.
Yeah. Okay. To give you a tip, right? Just go to the noun project, and you get 100 icons which you can practice. All right. This is free on the internet, right? The noun project. All right. Take that down. Go look at it, and hundreds of icons you can use, and keep it in your icon library, so that when you want to express an idea, right?
You have all that.
Correct. So I have had a friend in Singapore, and she was a graphic recorder like me, and she showed me something her son did, right? And her son was learning about China history, and you know, in Singapore they actually learn about China history, but not like some places that we know. Okay, and showed me what her son did. He was learning about, what is this?
Three gorgeous. No? Oh, road.
No, it's the Great Wall of China. Someone's pressing a bell. What's that mean? Right? Yeah. Okay, no more. And he drew the Great Wall of China, and he named it, okay, Great Wall. Yeah. Yeah, my drawing is horrible. Yeah. And this was his school lesson, right? And it doesn't have to be written in pages and pages of text, right? Great Wall of China. Then he can put like, okay, the length, you know, don't know how many kilometers lah, you know, and he can put in details, right? You can put in details, right? How many steps, right? X number of steps. So using, and you can use that. Okay, instead of putting steps, you can just put like that, right? How many steps is the Great Wall of China? Then he has the answer here. Okay, so using visuals to take notes is very important. Okay, if I ask you, in the blood cell, right? Which blood cell carries oxygen, right? And of course, the answer is red blood cells, right? So, you don't have red color. Okay, very simple. So, if you just draw, simple, right? What is the symbol of oxygen? O2, right? So, red blood, color it red, right? Red blood carries oxygen. Rather than you write in your book, right? Full of writing, right? When children learn, they write notes full of writing. You can just look at it. Okay, I know already. Red carries oxygen. Finish. End of story, right? So the reason why drawing is very important for memory is when you engage all this, all all these factors. Let me show you. Okay, the first factor, of course, is looking at the teacher, right? Teaching. So you look, right? Then you listen. Alright? You have to listen to what teacher is teaching, right? And then you have to think, right? So you're engaging your brain. And finally, okay, I got what the teacher is saying. You know, the fishes are getting lesser and lesser in the ocean, right? So you draw a small fish, right? So when you engage all this 3, 4 elements, so this is the physical, right? Elements, what happens? Memory, right? So if even a month after your teacher teaches, you look at your book, right? And it's ocean, you write ocean. Okay, some things cannot be drawn, so write. Okay, and you see a small fish, right? Oh dear, you know. Yeah. It's okay. So, yeah. So we are losing the fishes, right? Because of pollution, blah 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 blah. So that's a lesson of the day, right? So using simple. Do I have to draw a complicated fish that looks like Nemo? No. Fish. Curved line, triangle. Fish, right? Yeah. So you're using your visual alphabet, right? Circle, curved line, straight line, square, circle, of course a number, and straight line. Finish, right? You've communicated the idea, very simple. So I teach corporate adults who come in the beginning to say exactly what you say. I can't draw, I can't draw. But I countered that. I said, no, you can draw. You just have to learn the language. Just like how children, when they grow up, they say, how do they learn? You teach them alphabet, right? A, B, C, what it stands for, and then they build on it. And they build on, after they build on knowing what is A to Z, then they make sentences, right? Same with drawing, right? After you have mastered the visual alphabet, you can draw anything, and you will get better at drawing things, right? Maybe your blood cell will be so much more I call it detailed, right? When you start learning how to draw, right? And you have your nose, maybe if you want, some teeth, some hair, and still white blood cells.
So the point sometimes is just to have fun drawing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to look perfect, but you get the message across, and you remember what you were doing before.
Yeah. Correct. If I would ask you, what did Stan draw right in the beginning of his lesson? I'm sure you all know, right?
Okay, wait. Just before we carry on.
Yeah.
Chang Wai refers me to Stan simply because he knows me as Stan for so
long. Oh, sorry, Mr. Kulin.
So in the process, I think I've changed my name.
Sorry.
That's okay. When he says Stan, he means me. Okay, Kulin.
Okay, Kulin.
We're fine, yeah.
Kulin.
So I think having gone through the process of actually just talking about visual language and what it is used for, I think it's going to be quite an interesting exercise today.
Yeah.
Since we are all engaged in this online thing right now, talking to each other, learning online. Just for the fun of it, number one, we're going to set you free, to do your own impression of what you just went through. It doesn't have to be correct. It can be any way you like, but the thing that comes to mind right now, is this interaction between the 20, 30 of you.
You're asking whether you have any questions?
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
But you're the guy with the headset, you know,
No, because I can put the questions on the chat.
Question on the chat is too small to read, right?
for you lah.
Okay.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, because nobody's talking.
Okay, there's a chat button on Zoom.
Okay.
And you can put your questions there.
If you
So they type 111.
yeah, you can actually put a question on the chat, or you can use turn on your mic and ask a few questions.
Then you get too many voices.
Yeah. I mean, one by one. Put up your hand. I'm not quite sure where that button is yet.
Chat. See the Zoom group chat? There's a chat
There's a chat
button.
That's right,
Yeah,
that's
just
right.
press chat button, ask us a question.
Yeah.
Right? You can start your chat with a question mark so we know it's a question. And so far, whether you understand, whether there are any questions along the way, we're more than happy to answer you.
Yeah. Adrian, you don't have any question, Adrian? Or Adrian, the one? Yep, there he is, but he cannot hear me. I think he can hear me.
And right,
Yes.
how long does it take for you to color all those things?
Color which thing?
Then just now the page that you said earlier, you went for the webinar kind of thing, then you draw.
Oh,
Okay, the question is directed at Chandwa, yeah?
Okay.
Hang on a minute, yeah. How long does it take you to color those things that you
hi, Vivian. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
Okay, how long do I take to color?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Why is that an issue? Okay, I tell you, iPad is the easiest. All right, I tell you because I use this
Okay.
this program called Adobe Draw.
Oh, yeah, you can see quite clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I use Adobe Draw, and coloring it's a breeze. Okay, let me.
Drop the color line.
Yeah. So,
You
okay,
use
let I tell you what
Photoshop,
I do on a new page.
Let's do a demo.
So I have to keep it closed, right? Otherwise I can't color. See, just open the hole here, I need to close it. So coloring on Adobe Draw is very simple. Just select a color. Oh, sorry. Like whatever I color one, and then ta-da! Yeah, but this is just the program. Of course, when I did it on paper, of course you have to use the marker and color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any other questions? Anybody else?
So basically, most of it you use iPad to draw, right?
Well, for now, because of MCO, I can't go to live meetings to draw, right? So, yeah. But it's a good start. If you all have iPads, then you can try. There are a lot of free programs. There's Adobe Draw. There is Autodesk Sketchbook, which you can do your drawings. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else has questions? No? Nobody has questions? You can press the chat at the bottom of your screen and ask your questions there. Okay, no question, then we give them an assignment, is it?
We give the assignment. Ask them to visualize this, what they're doing right now in a simple cartoon or
Maybe give them a context.
Yeah, I think ask them to visualize what we're doing right now. In front of a computer, maybe 2%, just visualize it.
Okay. So now when you know your visual alphabets, why don't we try something? Just draw what you remember, like two people talking, maybe a conversation, right? Let's try that. Let's try conversation and how you portray conversation. All right. We'll give you some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Because it's going to be quite simple. Don't get too complicated.
Yeah, use your visual alphabet and I give you a word and then you draw. Okay, what you perceive as conversation. Is it two people talking? Is it a thought bubble? Right? Let's go ahead.
This is video conference.
Walao eh. It's scary.
No, let them do stuff like that. It'll be quite fun.
Yeah.
I think the interplay of two different sounds is very good.
It's crazy detail, okay.
That's too detailed. We don't get into that.
No questions.
No
Is
questions.
it very clear?
Yeah, that means we can go ahead and do. So obviously you can actually sit there and draw. Huh? Okay.
Hello. Conversation.
Yeah. So they are going to
I
have
give them a word so they can
Yeah,
express any way you want.
Yep.
A dog, barking at you is a conversation. He wants you to do something, right? So you can do a dog barking.
Exactly.
There are no. The first rule of drawing is there are no rules. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing is
Not
incorrect.
barking. So I'm basically visualizing what Chan Wai is talking about. Add to it. Yeah,
No,
this is a
just write the word.
conversation. Conversation. Talking.
Let's say how many. Okay, let's try it.
Have some fun. Okay. You can just do something.
Later, I tell you what. We'll ask them to give us a word, and then
Okay.
we will draw.
All right.
How about that?
Okay, that's good. So we're going to be very simplistic today.
Yeah. Remember, circle, square, triangle, and squiggly line, and a straight line. That's all you need to know.
Screen time. Who is that? Stop spamming so rude. I don't know what that was about.
I have no idea. Who is the one spamming?
Ansha to everyone. Hey, look, there.
Who's spamming? There's somebody spamming.
I don't know. Oh, there you got police. So we're gonna have a lot of people floating around. So for those of you who can actually draw quite well, you can actually do something that's a little bit more complex if you're able, there's no restriction on that, because here we are in conversation, so that those who say they cannot draw can still join in. I just want to just share with you, like people like Chan Wai and I, we will do things like this. Let me just share with you what we are doing today. Online conversation talking about art. Okay, I just show you what I do. I mean, you are not expected to do it to this level, but
I can't do this.
but like I say, we gotta start somewhere. This one that you're looking at comes from like 50 years of practice.
Yeah.
So the whole point we are actually making here is we all start maybe something like this. This is where we begin, and how far you go all depends on how much practice you put in. This is the level I go to. This is in a sense, I also call this taking notes. I go to events, I go to meetings, sometimes I sit there, people are talking. This is my way of taking notes.
As you can see, this is a conversation, right? It's not a piece of art, right? It's not a beautiful scenery, but it's a language, right? It conveys. To me, it conveys that there's someone speaking, influencer, and these are the people participating in the webinar, right?
Yep. And you have things that you can recognize, the laptop. But like I say, you don't have to draw it so detailed sometimes. Even this, for instance, this is a simplified version. I mean, you can actually do it that
Laptop
way.
is just again your visual language, 2 squares, 1 rectangle, right? You're done, right? You want to put some lines, okay, right?
So like I say, for those of you who are able to go beyond just lines like that, you're welcome to actually just show us what you can do,
Yeah.
and just share with your friends online here right now what can be done. Because like I say, art has got so many different levels, although the language is the same, but there's so many different levels of they call it levels of finish. Yeah. So the more finished it is, the more detailed it is, the longer time it takes. But the best form of communication is still the ones that get you straight away without spending too much time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you all done? Can you show us?
Yeah, I think.
Let's show us your conversation.
Okay. Anybody wants to show their work? Don't be shy.
I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. And I want you all to pay attention because everyone's interpretation of conversation
Okay.
will be different.
I'm going to put Joanne Choi first. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is quite fun.
Ah.
There you go. Hey, she's got conversation with the dog and the
Wow.
neighbors fighting there. I think you.
She's the one who can draw,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Look at the
There
dog, it's
you
got a
go.
black eye.
You have cats, you have dogs.
Well done, well
this
done.
is exactly what I mean by
And there's a cat.
visual
Look at the cat. The
language.
cat has
Yep.
question mark, which
Yeah.
tells me the cat is
Puzzle. What the hell? is the
puzzle.
neighbor
Correct. Just by
talking
putting,
about?
does she put the word puzzle?
There, it looks puzzle.
No, does she put the word
No.
puzzle?
Question mark.
You don't have to. But my point is, you don't have to use words.
Yeah, exactly. It can be totally
Fantastic,
visual.
fantastic.
So this is a very good example of visual language. Okay, we are going to
So you have conveyed a message
next
to us.
one.
Right?
Joanne has shown. Zinni, you want to show your work? Don't be shy. Come on.
Right,
Okay,
let's see.
there we go. Hang on.
Wow.
Okay. You got a little kampong, people running from house to
Wow,
house.
look at that. It's someone
Okay.
in the building
Yeah.
throwing
What are those? They are throwing paper
aeroplanes. And I think in the aeroplane there are
Message.
messages, right?
Okay, I can see you have a neighborhood.
See, I can tell there are messages, right? Correct?
They're sending. I don't know what they're sending. Those are paper plane, right?
Yeah, they're sending messages,
Yeah,
right?
maybe that's what it is. So you got a little story there. This is a multi-story building on the left.
Yeah.
Somebody is standing on the balcony, and
So they don't have a phone, right?
Yeah, no
so
phone,
they're
so
sending
they are-
messages through
Yeah.
the paper plane.
Yeah, I can see this this dog or something here that's got envelope. Is that an envelope?
No, a bird is delivering the
Oh.
message.
I see. Okay. It's a
Fantastic. I'm so impressed, right? Look
Yeah.
at her interpretation, it's totally
Yeah.
different from ours, right?
Exactly.
And it's perfectly fine.
I think that's fabulous.
It shows that there are lots of ways to think of something, right? There's no one way, right?
Yeah. So
Fantastic. Well done, well done.
you know the later on I would like you to share this with the group. Yeah, I'll try and give you the what do you call it, the group group page. I don't know what you call it.
Chat.
Brush up group chat. Yeah,
Is it on WhatsApp?
it's on what do you call it, brush up.
Oh.
Mine is on brushup.ca. You go to the brushup.ca. I'll try and put the group chat so that
I'm
you
so
all can share.
excited. Let's see someone else's.
Yeah, okay. So we got how about Jacinta Chan? That was very good. Yeah, Zinni.
Well done, well done.
I like that.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was blown away.
Okay, this is Jacinta.
Okay, Jacinta, show us what you got.
Okay.
Whoa. It's
Oh,
a
she got the
snail.
snail.
And the snails are,
Oh,
wow.
The snails are talking to each other. You
I
see?
see. I get the story. I get the story. Okay.
Okay,
Tell
okay.
me if I'm wrong, okay?
Okay.
So the snails have to overcome obstacles and get together to show that they're in love.
They just for
Yeah.
conversation. So I love the story that's coming out of
It's
here
a
today.
story.
Look at
There's
that.
not one single word.
think
It's
that's
not a novel,
fabulous.
but it
Yeah.
tells a story. Well done. Well done.
Oh, there's more. There's
Oh,
more.
there's
The
more, there's more. I'm so
continuation.
excited.
This is a sequel.
Oh, it's a clap.
Okay, it's
is that a clap?
clapping. Wait. Hang on. So they have conversations.
Yeah.
After that, clapping. That's good. That's
All
good.
right.
Okay.
But,
That's so good.
You got 6
Hang on.
fingers.
Okay. There he's got more.
Oh,
okay.
some more. Wow.
Okay.
What's she
I cannot see your drawing, eh?
What's she saying?
Oops. Oop,
What's
oop,
that?
oop, oop, oop. Okay, I cannot see it. Okay. There's a thing about this, yeah. More snail.
Your snails are fantastic.
I think you are either a very avid gardener.
No, you see, another interesting thing is you make your snail your icon, right? Your mascot. So when I look at snails, I will remember you. Look at the detail, my goodness. It's got
Yeah,
details at the back.
It's fabulous.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done.
Okay. Let me see. Now, Adrian.
Okay, let's hear
Let me
from
see.
Adrian.
Adrian.
Adrian, you're quite dark.
Yeah. He hasn't turned on his light.
Yeah, you turn on your light. You're
Oh, right.
that's
There
better.
you go. Let's have a look, man. This is
The first
Hi.
one.
okay.
Whoa, bubbles, thought
Bubbles, word bubbles. All
Word
right.
bubbles,
Okay.
fantastic.
So communication.
And, yep.
All right.
So Adrian has used the square and the
Word bubble.
and the
word
lines,
balloon,
right?
word
The
balloon.
lines. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Fantastic.
a purely
Immediately
conceptual.
there's this
Okay,
conversation,
that's
right?
good. This is
then we
conversation.
gotta-
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So these guys are
Fantastic.
either they are laughing or they're screaming.
But they're having a conversation, right?
Yep,
Whether
yep.
it's an
Either-
angry conversation,
It looks like they are,
it doesn't matter whether it's an
they
angry
are
conversation.
debating.
They're very, yeah, they're
They're
beating. Well done. Yeah.
So your drawing has basically conveyed certain messages. Yeah.
Without a single word. Well done.
Exactly. Okay.
All right.
I am
Thank
so
Keep it
impressed.
up, man.
I
Keep
am
it
so
up.
impressed.
This is so nice.
Okay, who else wants to do? Come on.
Okay, Lei Yan, you want to show your work? Let's have a quick.
Yan Lao.
Yan.
Whoa.
Whoa, this one is like
Hey, you copy me, Very good.
Kampung boy conversation. You're beating the dog. Hey, that's violent, man. No lah, I think.
One important point. Okay.
Wait,
She-
what is this guy carrying? Is he beating the dog? No, he's got.
No,
he's
no.
on
Say
leash.
hello. See, she
Say hello to the
extended from my
Oh, he's
idea.
talking hello to the neighbor.
Even the dog and the cat are communicating.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the dog loves the cat, the
Okay.
cat loves the dog. Okay.
And behind this guy, with the dog, this guy is on the phone doing what? A selfie?
No. I saw a very important point I want to make.
Okay,
Right?
okay, go ahead.
She copied me.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. You know what Picasso said? Great artist copy. So I advocate copying all the time, right? For a start, right? You can't be copying all your life, right? So what I do in my events, I copy, I Google. In this age, day and age, you have the advantage of Google, right? So if they say, okay, we are planning our strategy, I think, how to draw strategy? I Google, I put the strategy, illustration, and I get all my ideas and I copy it. So copying in this context, not in school, right, is best. Okay, it's a very good way of progressing. What you did was fantastic because you copied me, but you know what I'm trying to say? You copied this, but you made it into something
Your own.
else, right? Fantastic. So start with copying, it's fine. Nobody's going to accuse you of copyright, right? But they will say, wow, I understand, right? So you did this. I am so proud of you because you copied me. I have a person in the car saying hello to a neighbor, right? But you encompassed the dog, talking to the cat, and you expanded, right? So copy and expand. That's the key. But for those who say, I cannot draw. Copy, okay? Whatever it takes, you just
Okay.
copy.
I just want to elaborate on the word copy here. Yeah. In some people's mind, copy means usually they want to draw exactly what they see, which is exactly not what we encourage. What we want you to do is actually to look at something and let it be influence for you to draw. And the whole point of the exercise is because number one, you're not a camera. You are not going to make an exact copy of what you see. So it's always good to add in your own input, your own angle.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so it's always using the reference as a springboard.
Yes.
Yeah, because it used to be a point in time when if they give you a reference and you don't copy exactly, they say you're wrong. That used to be the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now what we're trying to encourage you is use every reference that you can find, and then use that as springboard for your own drawing, your own creation. So it doesn't have to look like the sample. Okay, next one, Xing Ying. Come. Let's
Okay,
have
let's
some
see
fun.
Zing. Whoa,
Okay,
I'm getting so
Zing.
excited.
Okay. CC, pencil line.
Whoa, what's
Okay, you got conversation with a dog rolling on the back.
that?
Okay.
Wow.
So your neighbors are all having a conversation about the dog.
Yeah, the cat fight. Is that a cat fight? Dog fight.
But it's a dog rolling on the back.
Yeah.
I think he wants a belly rub.
Oh,
So
okay.
so you have actually in the course of doing that, you've actually just created a little storyline. And,
Yeah.
it's
Fantastic.
very well done.
Fantastic. I'm
Okay.
so impressed with you
Okay.
guys, right?
Right. Okay,
so
what's on the left
Oh,
side? I
what's
cannot
on the
see.
left side? Something else.
There's
Come
something
on.
else. Cannot
So
see.
excited.
Oh no, the
Yeah,
left side.
okay.
Left side.
Icon,
Oh,
okay. Icon library. Yes.
Okay. Oh, Donald Trump. Okay. Oh, it's raining outside.
Well done.
Thank you. That was very fun.
Thank you.
Okay,
Next one. Emma. Come on, Emma.
Come on.
Let's show us what you got.
Come on, Emma. Let's have a look. Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wow. You see?
What are they doing? They're having a conversation over tea.
Conversation over
Mama.
teh tarik. Oh, it's got
Hey,
tea.
Emma, please don't show us this, okay? Because
We
it's
cannot
very
go out.
sad. We can't do that now. I know it brings back memories with Mama at night, right? 1 o'clock. Oh, wow.
You see, your drawing has got life, it's got animation, even the conversation that the three persons are having over their coffee or tea or whatever.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It looks like a big time argument. I can see the sponsors.
No, they're having a nice time. This is pre-MCO, right?
You
So
know,
we could meet
I-
together. There's not a single mask, okay?
Yeah.
Achoo.
I tell you, this is exactly the sort of thing we like to encourage, because you have actually created something totally your own and using things that it doesn't look like anything you need or you want to hang in the gallery, but this communicates ideas. It communicates the mood and the atmosphere and the fun that this guy is talking to his dog,
Yeah.
and he's got, I don't know what it's got, his wood balloon.
And it makes me laugh, right? And he's telling the dog something.
Yeah, what is he talking to the dog? Yeah, I
He's
can't see.
saying he wants to pet the cat, right? It's a cat, that's not a dog.
It's a cat or dog? He looks like a dog. He looks like a dog because he's wagging the tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Emma is
It's
hiding
okay.
her face.
Yeah. It's
But
the
that was
fault
so
of the
fun.
video. You can't see very well. They're
That,
very old.
that was very nicely done, okay?
Well done.
Well done. Thank you so much. Let me see. Hey, are we
Well
run out
done,
of
Emma.
people
Well
already?
done. Okay, next contestant. Come on.
Not
This is
contestant.
so exciting.
This
This is
is
so
not
exciting.
contestant. We are just participating in
Let's who else is
friendly
there?
chat. Okay, you have 15 people hiding in this little corner
Oh,
of the world.
what's that?
This
What's
one
that?
we haven't seen yet. Hang on. This is
Jane.
Javin.
Janine. Okay, Janine.
Javin,
Let's
hang
see
on.
what you got.
Ah.
Whoa.
You see? Now she's got the entire kampong scene
Wow.
with a coconut tree, and this one looks like either a river or a road. You want to zoom in a bit closer?
Yeah, bring it close to the screen. Wow. Wow.
Yep. I see you have. You either that could be a road or it could be a river. I think
It's a river. It's a river.
It is
For
like
sure,
washing
yeah.
in the water,
And there's
right?
some fishing. I think the boys are playing
Yes.
fishing. They're fishing in the river.
And
Yeah.
a monkey or a small kid is climb up the coconut tree.
Yeah.
I
And
can
the
see.
conversation. The man is having a conversation with a
Yep.
woman.
That's very good. And
Fantastic.
you
Fantastic.
have a house.
Fantastic, Javine.
Okay. So like I said,
Well done.
what you've done is you
Well done, well done.
communicated an idea. All
Yeah,
right. Thank you, Javin.
Let's see who else.
was
Who
so
else?
nice.
Come on.
Those people who don't want to show their face can still show their artwork. You know? Jamie Chan, hang on a minute.
Jamie, come on. Show us what you got.
Is that-
Whoa.
Is that Isabel? Why, Isabel? So big girl now.
Wow.
Isabel?
Jamie
See.
Chan. Okay, what's that?
This Jamie Chan's daughter. She's drawn
daughter.
people with masks.
Ah,
But you are not wearing masks at home, are you, Isabel?
but how they talk with the mask? I can't understand them.
They still can talk. They still can talk.
Well done, well done.
See?
I write a lot of things. I don't know why.
They want a lot of things.
I write a lot of things. I don't know why.
I know
you
why.
like-
Because we gave you conversation. So
Yeah,
conversation about talking, right?
you can have
No.
writing.
There's this one,
A lot, right? So that's why you wrote that.
but this is like,
Okay, that's fun. Yeah, but you use pencil, right? You use pencil.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Pencil is not very visible when you do video, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
But it's good to see you, Isabel.
Very good,
Let me see
Isabel.
who else
Well
is
done, well done.
hiding. Anybody else hiding still? You want to show their face? Ah, she's got another piece. Hang on. I don't look at Isabel again.
Oh, wow.
Isabel.
She's
This one
drawn
is
faces.
this one is your mother or you? Jamie, this is yours, right, Jamie?
Loving,
Huh?
Okay.
Mother hiding behind the camera.
loving,
Okay, so you
anger,
have
sadness.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
wow, okay.
Cool.
So you have actually done facial features.
Wow.
Okay, this is Jamie's drawing.
Yeah.
Got me.
Oh, it's yours, is it?
No, it's mine. But she said that one is her. That one is her.
Oh,
Well
okay,
done,
okay.
well
So
done.
mother and daughter not competing. You are actually participating in the same group.
There's a lot of detail
good.
in the
Yep.
expressions that it tells. Yeah, it tells.
Yep,
Well done, well
that's
done.
nice. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Isabel and
Thank you.
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else in the
Anybody
group?
else who don't want to show their face but can show their artwork?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, now I tell you what, you give us a word and we'll do it.
Yep. We have.
We have tortured you, now you torture us.
Yeah. Now you can give us a word, and we'll draw
Type
something.
it in the chat, right?
Yep.
Type it in the chat and we'll pick the best word.
I cannot hear you,
Unicorn.
Jenny Khan. I cannot hear you.
Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat.
Oh, unicorn. Okay, we're gonna do unicorn.
Unicorn, very simple. We draw the unicorn, but something else more complex.
Okay. Never mind. We'll start
Feeding
off with
time at the zoo.
spending
Unicorn?
time in the zoo.
Feeding time at the
Unicorn?
zoo.
Okay.
Feeding time in the zoo. Okay, we can do
Feeding
one.
time in the zoo.
Okay.
All right.
Feeding time in
So,
the zoo.
I write
Okay,
it down first, huh?
feeding time in the zoo. Okay, let's get to it now. So feeding time in the
Next
zoo.
time you must guess one word, okay?
Ooh, feeding time in the zoo. I gotta have a big.
The zoo always has cages, right? So
Yeah.
cage, straight lines, rectangle. Guess what this is?
So you can see two totally different approach to the same subject.
Yeah. I think next time give
Yeah.
us a word,
Yeah.
then it's harder.
Feeding time at the zoo. Here we go. And I'm going to do the unicorn somewhere anyway.
Circles.
I have this bad habit of becoming too realistic.
Yeah, it's hard to dumb down, right?
Not dumb down, but simplify. Not dumb down. It's simplify. A unicorn. Here we go. So of course, the style and approach is something that you develop as you go as you grow along your art journey, your language. As your language command of the language improve, your drawings will improve.
I think
Yeah.
you all are so privileged in this day and age because in our time we never had Google, we never had Pinterest. So you can find anything on Pinterest. If you're not sure how to draw a unicorn, just Pinterest
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It's everywhere, right? So inspiration is everywhere, right? And that's a privilege where we never had it when we were started drawing.
But the good thing is sometimes without being too dependent on references, sometimes it's good to also use your imagination
Correct,
to. You may not even remember exactly what it is, but that is the whole point about creativity. When you cannot remember, there's a time when your mind makes up things. Yeah, so it's good to not to be exactly too accurate in your drawing.
Fine.
Feeding time in the zoo. So what
Okay,
do
give
you
us
think?
another word, a single word,
Okay.
more challenging.
Disco.
Disco.
What?
Disco.
Disco. Okay, disco. Don't worry, disco.
Disco. Saturday Night
Newspaper.
Fever.
I can do this. Ha ha ha. The disco is always known for
Dancing.
the mirror ball.
Oh,
Hello.
yes.
Don't forget your disco days.
I
And of
forgotten it
course,
so long ago.
John Travolta.
Yay!
Yeah, and funny hairstyles.
Disco. Oh, my pen is drying up. See?
Okay, one more word. Come
One
on, more challenging.
disco.
Come on, come on, come
Disco
on.
ball.
Are you okay with time?
And we got about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
One more word. One more word. Come on.
We got 20 minutes, so we're gonna have some fun. Yeah.
Okay. Next person. Next person. Someone
Cam-
else. Give us a word. Give us a word. Give us a word.
Camping.
What?
Camping.
MB? What is that?
Camping. Camping.
Camping.
Yeah.
Camping. Okay, camping.
Camping,
Okay. How Boy Scout this? You're in okay, huh?
I'm okay, I'm okay.
Camping. Camping very easy.
Yeah.
The now the tax are the tents are very high tech. This one is a little bit too detailed. You put see camping. Then there should be campfire.
Yes. Is that the stories around the
You got
campfire? Telling
campfire.
ghost stories.
Yeah. Oh, you ghost stories. Okay. That's right. Campfire. We got campfire. And you have another tent here. Hey, but the early days tents are like A-shaped. Yeah?
Tent is that. A teepee, right?
Yeah. So you got a campsite.
Okay, those who are working, right? Let's give us a working from your industry. Give us a word from the industry. Let's make it more challenging. Whether it's banking, it's healthcare, it's education. Give us a word from your business. It's called Visual Jam, okay?
Okay, throw in a word, please.
Come on, those who are working. Adrian, come on. Give us
Okay,
a word.
I give you oil industry, and that can give you
Oh, okay. I have an oil derrick.
oil industry. So
Wait.
it could be
Oil
any-
industry. Oil industry.
Oil industry, okay.
It could be anything from drilling, which is I know,
Yes.
to petrol pumps.
Ex- Petrol pumps. So we have oil derricks.
Yeah.
And, they usually have. So my memory of all these things is very, very not so clear. So I make up things. It looks like A-shape.
So I've done a lot of work for Petronas. So
But you see, the beauty about visual language is, as I said, if your memory is not very good, what you do is usually you compensate by making up.
Yeah.
Making up is like imagining what it will be or it can be. It may not necessarily be correct, but so here we go, and we can
matter.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I got.
So when I work for
oil,
Petronas, you talk about
yeah.
the crisis we have now, right? The falling oil prices. So I just do this. So oil prices are going down.
Oh, there you got that barrel.
Yeah.
So you got the oil industry. So you can see visual language is something that you can actually very, very quickly and very simply do. I mean, as a doodle, without having to spend too much time.
Yeah.
You got your oil industry, you have your camping, you have your zoo. How about
Okay, one more
Okay.
word. Come on.
a day in the kitchen?
A day in the kitchen.
Okay.
That's not a word. It's a day.
Okay,
a day in
kitchen.
fine,
Let's draw a kitchen. I give you a fresh one.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Waste
Kitchen,
paper.
right?
Yeah, it's what's space.
Okay, you can add that. Okay, so we're environmentally friendly.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
okay.
to be.
All right, kitchen. What do you see in the kitchen? Pot and pan. All right. So you can do a lot of things. In fact, one of the things that we were doing the last few weeks has been like because we don't have an opportunity to go out. A lot of the urban sketchers, people who like to go out to the streets to sketch. So they stay at home and they start sketching things that they see around the house. So the trick is sometimes you are around the house every day of your life, but because these are very familiar things, you don't take notice of them. It is only during the like MCO, you sit there, you're staring at the pot. That's when you observe things, and it is when you sketch them, then you start to look at details. And this has been what I've been looking at quite frequently in the last few weeks, because I sit and draw sometimes on the kitchen table while my wife is cooking. Or yep, see, these are things I remember. And the only maybe mistake here is we don't really have a fire stove. It's actually just one of those electronic things. So this would be a kitchen, eh? And I'm sure you remember things like so even if you were to draw equipment from the kitchen, you'll probably spend 3 days, 4 days doing it, yeah, because there's so many things in the kitchen that you don't really notice. What do you call this? Blender.
A blender, yeah.
Yeah, blender. So you have your cups, your sauces, and you'll be amazed at the variety of shapes that you can actually draw just in the kitchen alone.
Yeah.
There are plates. And of course, I mean, for me, I'm so used to drawing. So everything I do, sometimes I incorporate a little bit of perspective.
Yeah, yeah. See, all this muscle memory, right? Did you have a look at the reference? No.
Exactly. So when you are doing visual language, you don't really need to do perspective at all. I mean, even things like this, you know. So we have kitchen. Anything else you want to do?
Okay, next one must be a single word.
Okay, just
let's
one
try.
word.
Let's make it more challenging. Type in your chat, Zoom chat.
How about football?
Football?
Huh?
Football? Huh? Okay, we're gonna have some fun with football.
Space. Oh, okay, space is good.
Space. Okay, space. Okay, let's
Space.
go to space. Wait, never mind. Just draw over it. Yep.
Just like that.
It's all right. Same thing lah. Never mind. This
Okay, space, the final frontier, right?
space. So like I say, when you're actually doing visual language like this, you can just have some fun, and it doesn't have to be accurate. Oh, I'm getting a bit too detailed.
Hey,
But
use
never
the stick
mind,
man.
Never mind.
Use the stick man.
Okay, I'm gonna simplify.
Very good.
So as I said, your language skills will improve through constant use, frequent usage, and your drawing skills will also go through the same process. So as you practice and you draw and you avoid getting discouraged by people who laugh at your drawing. As long as you continue and practice and draw, eventually you're going to be finding your own style, number one. And like I say, it is your personal communication tool. It's not something that you want to hang in the gallery. That's totally out of the point for learning art. So if you can communicate things like this, how about, yeah, you're alien. No, he's got alien now. Okay, he's got alien.
So I know
Okay.
space will be equated with space, right? But look at my space.
On it. Social distancing.
Yep. The next one, more complex word, more complex. Come on. It's too simple. Torches,
Oh,
come
space,
on.
space, space, space. You have, of course, rocket. So these are all visual language again.
Yeah.
What tells you it is space? This would be one of it. Of course, you can spend time adding more detail. But this is what space is.
Okay, one more word, come on. Superheroes.
Huh? Superheroes?
You're given the wrong word because he
Okay,
draws superheroes all the
superhero.
time.
Okay, superhero. I shall show you my superhero in a minute. But for our purpose right now.
Stick man, don't go and
Oh,
go and
okay,
do
okay.
your.
Okay. Okay, superhero. Okay, he's flying, toot toot, and then he's got a cape. Sigmund. So you have superheroes. I now that they mentioned it, I just want to show them superheroes. Okay. So if you keep doing it at this level, there's a very nice superhero simplified. So you can take it from here, this point, to this point. Yeah?
Oh.
This is something I just did last week. It is actually a superhero drawing on comic cover. Okay. I don't know whether you're familiar with this, yeah? Currently, those people who buy comics, they also buy comics without a cover. That means basically the cover is blank. And after that, they get people like us, yeah, to draw. This is actually an original drawing, and the is actually for a collector. So, but this I digress. All right. So superheroes, Batman. So the range of work is infinite. When you have your visual language all practiced and down pat. Okay, Batman. There you go. Just for the fun of it, yeah. There you have Batman. And who else can we do? Spider-Man. Okay. So I cannot resist, yeah, doing a little bit more realistically.
Cool.
So Spider-Man. But you can of course still do it as a stick figure, you know. It doesn't have to be like that. That's why I say in terms of presentation, in terms of style, that one is a very personal thing. So whether you do your superhero like this, yeah, or you do your superhero like this, the message is still the same. The only thing that is different is the style, yeah. So do not be shy. Do not be shy if you can only do this, which is still fine, you know. You know.
How are we doing?
We
What's
are
the word?
doing
What's the word? What's the
fine.
word?
Any more superheroes? So
No, give us the complex word. Come on.
superheroes. So wait, I just sneak in the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
betrayer. Betray.
Betray. Now that's a
Betray.
little
That's
bit
better.
Okay, betray. Go.
But go. You also must go.
Betray as in what?
Just betray.
Betray.
up to us to
I know. Okay, betray. Okay.
Wow, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it's I gotta hope somebody's holding a knife. Oh, that one is betrayal.
Say that.
Oh, hey, man. Okay.
Give us a simple word.
Yeah, simple word, but it's very. But like I say, even that, yeah, you can really do it.
Betray.
Do it like, okay, betray your trust. Okay, I have somebody stabbing somebody from behind.
Yeah, stepping from behind. Oh yeah, you got it already. Let's see. Let me think.
So this guy standing there, blah blah. Okay, so this one suggests that he's actually facing that side. So stick figure. Okay, so that you have no doubt of where the face is, yeah. Okay, here. This guy is actually facing there. So this is, in a sense, betrayal. Oh, this is love story. Okay.
Wow.
Wow, this is complicated, man. This one.
Good, good. Okay,
Yeah,
one more
okay,
word.
one
Come
more.
on, come on, come on.
So today we are making you think quite a
Bye,
fair
Teddy.
bit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Now we're getting serious. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, this one
Where-
tough.
What is tough?
The
Patsy is left.
betray.
Okay. Right.
Let's see. Come on. Challenges. Come on. Next
Oh.
word.
Chris Ng to everyone can try up Zoom chat scene with all
Pasar
different
malam.
facial expression.
Sorry, there's no such thing as pasar malam. Pasar malam not allowed.
Hey, pasar malam is actually quite easy. What you need is a lot of people.
Yalah.
A lot of people with a lot of stores. That's
And of
all.
course you
And
need
with
a-
masks, you a lot of masks. So pasar malam, and you got umbrella. So when you do pasar malam, you must
Pasar
have
malam
umbrella.
must have this person lah.
Yeah, must have mask, number one. Pasar
Must have.
malam.
Must have. I don't know whether they're obsolete now though.
What is that? Pasar
This
malam.
fella.
Who is that?
You see whether you can guess or not.
Okay. Pasar malam, you have all this umbrella.
I'm not sure in this day and age whether this exists or not.
What is that? BCD seller.
See, I didn't
No
have to write
more,
a single word.
No more already.
Huh?
So you got umbrella. So the idea is to have a lot of people. Then of course you can draw your store. So stick figure is quite.
So can I buy
good because you can
DVD
draw-
here?
Yeah, no more. Nobody. Hey, but certain places still selling, but not everybody. But now with internet, how to sell all those.
I
things,
know, right? I haven't been to Pasar Malam for a long time.
Yeah, pasar malam. Then you have BCB seller. Now actually no more. So you got pasar malam. What else they got? Adventure. Wow.
Adventure. All right. That's better.
Adventure.
Adventure.
Now it's coming fast and furious. You got tragedy. You
Okay.
have adventure.
Wait, one at a time.
Mantras like prayer, gesture. Hello, thank you. Now suddenly all the quiet ones are coming in.
All right.
I don't
Adventure.
know what
Okay.
mantra. Okay,
Adventure.
I'm gonna have prayer. I'm gonna have meditation. So I'm using stick figures here now
Yeah, you stick figures.
because the ink has sort of got dry. So I'm using big.
Pen lah, hello.
What?
I don't know.
This one they a bit
It's your
a
pen.
bit thin, but never mind. Let's see. Hand mantras. I don't know what is a hand mantra. What is hand mantra?
what?
Tragic. Circus. Oh, circus. I like circus. Elephant. But actually, all this
Adventure first, adventure.
adventure you draw. I gonna draw circus right now.
Okay, circus, you draw circus.
Circus. So these are sort of fun things you can do when you're actually doodling because these are actually quick idea sketches. You know, circus. You have somebody sitting here. Stick figure. I always have to tell myself stick figure.
Let's see what else.
You have adventure. You have pasar malam. And
X that.
okay, tragic. Ayo, what's so tragic?
Okay,
This one's
tragic. Okay, let's see what's tragic. Okay,
circus,
this is tragic.
adventure, pasar malam, space, superhero. Wow, okay. Can try out Zoom chat scene. Yo. So you can go from very simple to very complex. It's all end of the day. It's not up to the kind of time that you're willing to spend. Oh, that's tragedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also an exercise in thinking, right?
Yeah.
Not when
Wait,
you
wait, let
when
me
we-
zoom in
when
a
we-
bit because
when we
it's hard to
concentrate on
see.
thinking,
Tragedy. Okay. You have a big boat with
Yeah.
small boats floating away.
it's the Titanic lah.
Yeah, lah, I know the tragedy. Okay. So adventure. Now the only thing missing is what? Hand mantra. Actually, what is a hand mantra?
I have no idea.
Hand mantra is those.
No, that's not a mantra. That's
Oh,
called,
mantra is praying, right? I don't know what it is. My language isn't very good today. Circles, prayer gesture. Oh, mantras like prayer gesture. So I got this fellow meditating. Okay.
okay. That will
Lotus.
do.
Lotus.
That will do. That will do.
Okay. So we have explored all the possibilities. Not actually, we haven't even really started or scratched the surface yet. Yeah. So I hope you have actually all enjoyed yourself, and more importantly, you have learned something. And somebody wants to go back to school. You have all the kids line up. But nowadays, I don't think they're gonna let you line up in school with school bags. I think must be missing school. Is that Isabel? No. Joanne Joy, go back to school. I tell you.
Hi.
Yes. Is that Isabel?
Yes.
What are you drawing now?
Clown.
Clowns or circus? Okay.
Actually, you all can draw along with us.
I mean, we are all drawing along anyway.
Yeah.
So, like I say, in the process of generating ideas, this is what happens. Brainstorming, you come up with ideas, somebody will sketch it out, and from there you can go more. Can show us one more time all the pieces of drawing you both did, especially in the first hour. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna just
Okay, why don't you just do a recap?
okay. Recap. First hour, we all mixed up already. Come, let's have a look. All right. You can screenshot this. I forgotten the sequence we worked already, but never mind.
But you started with your simple drawing. I think it's over there, is it? No.
I don't know what I did. Never mind. We just have to go with what we find. I got it.
The love shape one.
Okay. I got it. Okay. See, we forget. All right.
The other way around,
The first hour.
Yeah.
The first hour was okay. Okay, one more time. First hour, when we came in, somebody laughing at the drawing, and then we are talking about A, B, C, and then the different styles of writing. Subsequent to that, we were talking about, as we were chatting,
Using visuals, tell a story. Yeah.
that tell a story, and a story that can evolve as you go along, and it's not a static thing. It can be something that changes.
More fluid.
It's very fluid without any strong already fixed storyline. After that, we were just going through different what do you call this icon library?
It's not just doodles.
Just doodles, yeah. So we doodle animals, fish, motorbikes, car, cats, and focus. And we're talking about heartbreak here. This is patched up already, and stuff. I mean, all these little visual cues, visual language that tells different things. All right, and I think this was the earliest one that we
Correct.
did.
You
Yeah?
did your stick figure.
Yeah. So we have actually explored very simple shapes: the heart, wings, smiley face, a little bit more complicated face. Yeah. So like I say, end of the day, a face. You can do a million faces, just by making different looks, okay. And then we talk about stick figures. Even a stick figure can convey movement, okay. And here is my version of the horse, a horse standing, a horse running, and this is how the Chinese convert that drawing of a horse into something more symbolic.
So it's
All right,
actually
that's
visual
how-
language.
It's a visual language. So eventually all became simplified like this. Okay, and this is what I will draw of the teacher in class when she's talking. This is my version of Lat. I've forgotten what Lat's drawing is like. Okay, and then Chang Wai came in with his 3 or 4 different quadrants
Quadrants of
of drawings that he can use for presentation, for business. This one is targeted at people in business, corporate leaders, yeah, who
so this is the whole
Yeah.
idea of why people draw, right? One is to see, just to recap, one is to see and then admire, like artists, painters, right? And one is to using drawing to express your thinking, using drawings to explain yourself, right? And using drawing to share ideas, right? In a collective.
okay, that's
And then you learn about the visual alphabet.
Yep. And how to train your brain and your memory. Memory, like everything else, is something that if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it.
Correct.
So the more you use your memory, the more you remember, the more you use your brain. I think it helps with memory, helps you to remember things. And of course, when you can't remember, imagine, you know. So you have to make up for things that you cannot remember by just imagining what it can be. And you have all this icon library that you have been asked to check out.
And how drawings
Yep.
Improve your memory.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Next one.
Next one. Okay.
Oh, this part, yeah. Oh, this part is quite fun one. Okay. And this is a stage when you guys gave a word, and
No, we gave the word
we gave the
conversation.
word. Okay. Doesn't matter. So these are all based on a little word, and we created little drawings out of that.
And then we saw your version,
Yeah.
which was mind blowing, right?
Yes, that was fabulous. And please, after this, yeah, check out facebook.com/brushup.ca. I'll be posting the group link, yeah, so that it's a complicated link. I have to post it there so that you guys can share your artwork there. Okay, will that be a good thing? All right, because at the moment you have no link to share. I'm going to put it on the Facebook brushup.ca. All right, officially on Facebook is brushup.ca. Okay. Here I've written it as Brush Up Mind simply because it's a Malaysian version, but the Facebook itself is brushup.ca because I started that when I was in Canada. All right. Okay. So based on the one word given, we have come out with different things. Feeding. This one is not one word. Feeding time at the zoo. You have giraffe. You have hippo eating, and alligator eating, and then disco. So you have dancing. Okay, and looking at the drawings that we have today, it's very rewarding. I think we have a wonderful time exploring the visual ideas from everybody, and this is space and superhero. So without a proper storyline, even without a storyline, we have come up with some amazing visuals. Yeah. Okay. And this is the last bit, Pasar Malam. So I will be posting this video anyway, and you can check it out tomorrow or later. Yeah. So thanks for coming and joining us, everybody, and I will see you again.
Yeah.
All right.
Always send your questions.
Yeah, you can send your question to the
Donate,
group chat and all that. Yeah. I mean the group.
Thank
Brush
you,
Up group.
Uncle Stan and Uncle Chan Wai.
You are very welcome, Isabella, and thank you for being part of the group.
Well done, Isabella.
All right.
Very nice.
Well done. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Have a nice Sunday morning tomorrow. Okay, and take care and stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And not going to Pasar, not going to Mamak,
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good weekend. Okay. I see you again next week, and I'll post the progress things on brushup.ca. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay.
we got to move this thing a bit out.
Okay.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye bye. Oh, let's see 8 people here. Wow, look at that. 7 participants. So that was fun. Yeah, Zengin, thank you. Bye bye. See you guys again. Thank you. Let me see. I got to end the meeting.